Need to complete your convenience store financial projections? Dr. Paul Borosky here, owner of Quality Business Plan. In this video, what I'm going to do is show you all how to finish your convenience store financial projections using my convenience store business plan template and financial model. And then I'll show you how to do it in less than 10 minutes. Let's jump into it. All right, here is my handy dandy little financial model that I use for my convenience store clients when I help them complete their financial projections. So like I said, I'm going to go ahead and run through this. I'm going to show you all how to fill out the information page. And once we're done filling out the information page, it's going to give you the profit and loss, the income statement for the next 5 years, the break-even analysis showing how many customers you need to service in your convenience store, as well as the business valuation for your convenience store based on your cash flows using this model. If you do want to pick up this model, and I'll show you a link at the end of the video, as well as you can find the link in the comment section. All right, let's go ahead and jump into it. So when I work with my clients for convenience stores, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and take care of the revenues. And most convenience stores, when I work with them, they're not even open yet. So what we're doing, we just need to do a little spitball here and figure out, just take some guesses as to how many customers we need, prices, variable costs, and such. Once we have all that information, then we can go ahead and massage it and hit the target net profits that we're looking for. All right, so first thing we're going to do is we're going to just start with a estimate of how many customers we want to service on a daily basis for a convenience store. We're going to go ahead and say about 100. Based on my experiences, average ticket for a convenience store might be around $18. And then the variable cost, a lot of convenience stores like to mark up their prices 50 to 100%, so we'll go with 50%. Next thing we're going to do is we need to identify how many days a week we're going to be open with our convenience store. Typically, convenience stores will be open 7 days a week. All right, so once we do that, what we have here is we now have our revenue set. So we're looking at revenue of $650,000. Now, the next thing we need to go ahead and take care of is going to be the cost. And let's go ahead and jump into the labor. So salary, well, how much we want to pay ourselves for a owner. We're going to go ahead and walk out with about $5,000 a month. For employees, we're going to go ahead and say we need about 5 employees. And we're going to say we're going to pay them $15 an hour, and we're going to work employees part-time, so we'll give them about 86 hours. Next thing we need to do is come up with how much money we're going to throw at this. So how much money are we coming out of pocket, the equity investment? We're going to say we're coming out of pocket $50,000. The next number is going to be the loan, and this is the number that we're going to fill in last. We're going to go ahead and fill out all of our other costs and all of the other startup costs. Then we're going to back out the equity investment of the $50,000, and whatever is left is going to be the loan. So let's say for the build out is going to cost about $100,000 for a convenience store. Working capital money we want in the bank, we're going to go ahead and go with about $40,000. And then miscellaneous equipment, shelving, display cases, and such, we're going to call this $35,000. Inventory, we definitely got to stock our shelves. That could be a little bit pricey. We'll call that $60,000. Supplies are going to be your mop buckets, your brooms, hand soap, and such. We're going to call this $3,500. Advertising. A lot of convenience stores, their advertising consists of putting a big old sign out front and a big sign on the top of the building. So your startup cost for advertising, we're going to go ahead and call it about $25,000. And then hiring and training, that really shouldn't be too much. We're going to go ahead and call it $2,500. Office equipment, we're going to need some computers, POS system, register. So we're going to call that about $4,500. Licenses, we'll call that $1,500. And the miscellaneous, that's going to be your catch-all. That's going to be everything we can't think of for our startup costs. And that could include security while we're building it out, and so on. So we're going to call this $6,500. Now, again, keep in mind, for the startup costs, I'm just getting my ideas out right now. Once I'm done with the whole financial projection, then what I would do with the client is we're going to go back and we're going to take a look at this line by line, and whatever we need to research, we're going to do at that point in time. But the beautiful thing about this is once we do the research, we at least have some place to put that information. All right, next is going to be the rents. Let's go ahead and call this $4,500 for the lease, and utilities we'll call this $750. Office expense we'll call $300. Insurance we'll go with $250. Accounting and legal $150. Advertising, typically the convenience stores, you're really not going to be advertising a whole heck of a lot. You might be doing a little bit of social media, maybe some mailers, but for the most part, your signs out front, big investments, those are the fixed costs and they're going to pay dividends. We'll call this $1,000. And then other, we'll call this $3,500. Again, this is a catch-all on a monthly basis. Tax rate will go about 21%. And then for the growth rate, as you build loyal customers for your convenience store, your sales are going to grow. So we'll call the growth rate for the first year 15%. Second year, we'll call it 10%. And then we'll go 5% for every year after. And then let's go ahead and take a look at our growth rates for cost of goods. So our raw materials, the products that we're selling, with inflation the way it is, we're going to call it 4%. Salary 3% growth rate, labor 3% growth rate, advertising 2%, 2%, 2%, 1%, 1%. All right, next is going to be the interest rate and the loan. All right, so once we have this information right here for the startup cost, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and take our startup cost. We're going to subtract out our equity investment of the $50,000, and that leaves us a loan of $228,500. All right, so once we've populated this number right here, it automatically populates down here, and then we'll take an estimate of an interest rate at 11% for a 10-year term. That gives us a payment of $3,147. All right, so what we have right here is we just real quickly, when we went through the cost, and we just, off the top of our head, we put our cost in there. This tells us right now that we need revenues of based on the information right here, we've got revenues of $696,000 with a net profit of $47,000. For my business owners, for my clients, what I usually tell them, if you're not making six figures, it's not worth getting out of bed. So we need to go ahead and move this number up right here. The price per ticket, we really don't want to mess with. $18 is a pretty solid amount. So we're going to say we need more customers in the doors. 125, that's too far above. Let's call it 120. Perfect. All right, so based on this information right here, we need to find a location that fits these costs that are going to be able to service about 120 customers on a daily basis. So now we've got a target customer with a target price, and we need to maintain our costs, especially the variable costs. But once this information is in here, your 12-month profit and loss statement is complete. Month 1 through month 3 and quarter 1, month 4 through 6, quarter 2. And then we've got our income statement for the next 5 years all locked in as well. Year 1 through year 5, with net profit starting at $102,000, going all the way up to $191,000. Here is the magic number right here, in my most humble of opinions, is the break-even analysis. Based on this information, we need about 81 customers per day in order to break even, which means to cover all of our costs, including our salary. So we now know we need to find a location that's going to be able to, at a minimum, service about 81 customers and between 120 customers. So we got 81 to 120 customers that we need to target on a daily basis. And then finally, business valuation based on cash flows. So based on an investment of $278,500, we've got a net present value or a business valuation based on cash flows of approximately $567,000. Not too bad. All right, hopefully this information was helpful, and let's go ahead and wrap it up. Hopefully y'all found this information helpful, and if you are looking for an industry-specific business plan as well as a financial model, check out the link below. If you want some more information on how to better understand your financial projections, check out my Beginner's Guide to Understanding Financial Statements and Financial Ratios. It's published on Amazon as well as on my website. And then finally, go ahead and please like, subscribe, and go out and make a little bit of money.